Most people think trust at work comes from charisma. Like you need the right personality, the right presence in meetings, the right vibe. But professional trust is built in a simpler way. People trust you when they can predict outcomes, because your communication reduces uncertainty. Hi, I'm Fernando Diaz. This is Workplace Growth Lab, the channel dedicated to your professional growth, and you're watching Lesson 2 of the Career Communication Foundations course. If you want to watch the full course, just click the playlist link with the same name as the course. The link is in the video description and in the first pinned comment. In this lesson, I'll give you a simple framework called the Career Trust Loop, and one weekly practice that builds trust faster than almost anything else. First, let's define professional trust. Professional trust is not people like you. It's not you sound smart. It's not you're confident in meetings. Professional trust is reduced uncertainty. When you work with someone you trust, you feel calm because you know what will happen next. You know the status. You know risks won't surprise you late. You know commitments won't disappear. Here's the first insight. People don't trust you because you're impressive. They trust you because you're consistently clear, consistently reliable, and you follow through. Quick diagnostic question. When someone works with you, what do you want them to feel? Comment one word: calm, clarity, confidence, or certainty. Now, a continuity note. In Lesson 1, we used clarity to make your work visible, so people can understand your value. In this lesson, clarity means something different. It means reducing uncertainty so people can predict outcomes. Same word, different job. Because visibility helps people see your value, but predictability is what turns value into trust. So how does trust compound? This is the career trust loop. Clarity, reliability, follow-through, reputation, better opportunities, higher expectations. And then the loop repeats, because higher expectations give you more chances to prove clarity, reliability, and follow-through again. That's how trust compounds over time. Let's make each part practical. Clarity means your communication answers 3 questions fast. What happened? Why it matters? What happens next? Reliability means your words and your actions match. If you say you'll update at 3 p.m., you update at 3 p.m. If something changes, you communicate early. Follow-through is the trust accelerator. Follow-through is closing loops without being chased. It's sending the final update, confirming the decision, documenting what changed, making sure nobody is left guessing. Then reputation forms. Reputation is what people say about you when you're not in the room. And reputation creates better opportunities, better projects, more autonomy, more strategic work. Then expectations rise, and the loop repeats. Now let's make this real with a practical before and after you can copy. Common workplace moment. You finish something important, and your manager or stakeholder is silently wondering, are we safe? Are we done? What's next? Here's a week update. Fixed it, should be good now. That creates uncertainty. Fixed what? How do we know? What changed? Is there risk? What should we do next? Now here's the upgraded version using the trust loop. Quick update, the issue is fixed. Root cause was a permissions mismatch. Impact, errors dropped to 0 in testing. Next step, monitoring today, then rollout tomorrow. I'll confirm again after rollout. Same work, completely different trust. Because the second message reduces uncertainty. It shows clarity, it signals reliability, and it commits to follow through. Now, 3 trust killers that high performers accidentally do. Trust killer 1, vague updates. If your messages force people to chase you with follow-up questions, you're exporting uncertainty. Trust killer 2, disappearing after a promise. Even if your work is strong, missed updates train people to check on you. Trust killer 3, hiding risk to look competent. That backfires. High-trust professionals surface risk early with options. They say, here's the risk, here's the impact, and here are the 2 paths forward. That reduces uncertainty and builds trust. Now I'm going to give you one weekly practice that builds trust faster than almost anything else. But first, Subscribe if you want the rest of this course in order. Workplace Growth Lab is structured like a step-by-step curriculum, not random tips. Here's the practice. Over the next 5 workdays, close 1 loop per day. 1 loop per day. A loop is any situation where someone is waiting, guessing, or uncertain. A decision that wasn't confirmed. A task that was completed but never communicated. A risk you noticed but didn't surface. An update you owe but haven't sent. Pick 1 loop each day and close it with this structure. What happened? Why it matters? What happens next? That's it. This practice does 2 things. It reduces uncertainty, and it trains other people to expect follow-through from you. That expectation becomes your reputation. Now let's recap. Trust at work isn't charisma, it's reduced uncertainty. The framework is the career trust loop. Clarity, reliability, follow-through, reputation, opportunities, higher expectations, then repeat. And the habit that accelerates trust fast is closing loops without being chased. Now here's the next thing you won't be able to unsee. In Lesson 3, I'll show you why one innocent sentence quietly damages your reputation. Any updates? It sounds normal, but it creates friction and slow responses. I'll give you the audience-first rewrite that makes people reply faster and take you more seriously. If you want Lesson 3 next, hit like. Bye.